What's happening, troops? Welcome back to another video here on the SharpDiv YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed yet, you are an idiot. You're an idiot. I thought about making a bog standard reaction type of video to the recent result that saw Rangers beg out of the Europa League, but I thought that our performances, the grit and determination, the advancement and the overall good play from our lads deserved a wee bit more. And to be honest, I was feeling a wee bit nostalgic. So I thought in this video, instead of reacting to the most recent game, I would take it right back to FC Shkupi. I'm going to be speaking about every single game within this Europa League run. So sit back, go and get yourself some popcorn, relax and enjoy. We all know the hard times that the club has been through, and consequently the fans have had to basically eat shit for the last 8 years. It's been very tough for me as a Rangers fan, so I've really enjoyed this run that we've had. Our Europa League journey started back in July, a time when a lot of teams were still doing their pre-season training. We were playing in competitive matches. Because of our league finish and because of our country's coefficient, we had to enter in the first qualifying stage. All in all, in the competition up until elimination, Rangers played 14 matches. Within those matches, we managed to score 17 goals and concede only 11 goals. Top scorer was none other than the Buffalo Alfredo Morelos, who actually missed some games in this as well. He managed to score 4 goals within this competition and had a very good competition if you ask me. But the standout, the absolute standout, my man of the tournament for Rangers Football Club, the returnee Allan McGregor, otherwise known as Shagger. The saves that he made in the run was just absolutely tremendous, and we're going to be overlooking it and speaking about it a hell of a lot throughout the course of this video. So as previously mentioned, the first match that Rangers played was at Ibrox Stadium, a sold out Ibrox in fact. Rangers played FC Shkupi. Tell you something though, I'm really looking forward to this match. First European tie in a while. We all remember what happened the last time, even though we've tried to eradicate it for our minds. Oh, hiya. Check him go. That's Rangers skating into the second round of the Europa League. The final score was 2-0 to Rangers, which gave us a massive advantage going into the away leg. From memory, I made a vlog on this match, and going into it I was confident, but I had last year's Europa League qualification on my mind, so my prediction was that we'll win, but I didn't want to go all out and embarrass myself really, which I've done a number of times. Blue tinted glasses and all that. Scorers in the game were Jamie Murphy, who unfortunately is now out for the season with an ACL injury, and our captain James Tavernier, or Tavernier, or Tav for short if you can't be arsed with somebody saying, "No, that's how you say it." Now I just remember in this matchup, the atmosphere was booming. We had a really good atmosphere in this match, and this is where the song "We're on Our Way to Baku" kinda took wind and started. And I remember thinking to myself, let me know what you were thinking in the comment section below, but I was feeling good, man. I was feeling more confident, and I was just kind of like, thank God we've got that out of the way. But with progress in mind, we can't be forgetting about that. We can't go over there and be complacent. We went over to their neck of the woods and we drew 0-0. It was a good defensive performance, never took much chances. Our back five looked brilliant for not playing with each other for long. They were just class in the course of these 2 legs. We had Allan McGregor in goals, Tav outright, Flanagan at left back, and our two centre backs. New centre back partnership. It was Nikola Katic, 21 years old, Croatian internationalist, flying, and the Rolls Royce Connor Goldson. So we came through that and we progressed to the second round qualification stage versus Osijek. Osijek were a Croatian side, a difficult side, a team with really good players, which we went on to learn. In fact, Rangers now have two of the players that were playing for Osijek at the time. Barisic, a really promising left back that played well in the legs, and Grezda, another Albanian international who was actually injured for both ties but ended up making the switch to Rangers for $2.5 million. Yet to see his full potential though. In the first matchup, I never actually managed to see it. I was raging. I was in Croatia working for 3 weeks, had no data. The only time I had data is when I turned my data roaming on, and obviously I seen the match was coming up. I think we signed Ryan Kent when I was over there, and I was asking them all, what's happening? Basically, I want to watch this match. Where I was situated was a city named Šibenik, and I searched it all up, and Osijek was actually 6 hours away, so there was no chance I was able to get out of work and head over to Osijek. It just wasn't a possibility.
Holy shit, man! Oh my god, man! Oh. This is madness! Woo!
So I remember we were in the minibus and I heard in the radio Croatian language, obviously, which I don't speak a wee bit now, but I didn't speak at the time, and I just hear these words, and then I hear Osijek and Glasgow Rangers. So I knew that it was getting spoken about. I knew it was a big thing for Croatian football, but I had no idea how to watch the game, so I ended up speaking to a guy over there that was working. He was English, but he spoke fluent Croatian, and he stayed in Split in Croatia, and he basically said,
"Right, it'll be on terrestrial TV, come down to the bar, we'll watch it, blah blah blah." So I go down to the bar, and he goes, "Sorry mate, bad news, the water polo's on. It's Croatia versus Serbia," which if you didn't know is a massive rivalry, but at the same time I'm like,
"Water polo mate, are you having a bubble?"
So I never ended up seeing the match, but Alfredo Morelos, having seen the highlights, scored a belter, and this really did kickstart a really good qualifying stage for him as well. And if I had to put everything on it, I thought that Osijek were the best out of the 4 teams that we played in that qualifying stage. They came to Ibrox, another sold out Ibrox. I'd been back in the country for 1 day. I go to Ibrox, I'm tanned, I'm ready, and Rangers just put up another good performance with a really good atmosphere and vibe just reverberating around the place. It was just something different in the air in this qualifying stage. Match ended 1-1. I think Rangers had the better of the chances, but I just was looking at some of those players that played for Osijek, and I was like, you know, this is a serious team, and we managed to obviously defeat them on aggregate 2-1. But in that game, Barisic managed to score as well. A player, he had a big bandage around his head, but now he's a Rangers player, and a really good Rangers player at that. In the match, it was the Croatian Colossus. It was Nikola Katic that managed to get the goal for Rangers that's seen us get us over the line, and we progress to the 3rd round. Now this is the business end, and Rangers were drawn against a previous Champions League side in Maribor. Not a great Champions League side, may I add, but a really good team in their own country and in their own league. We played them off the park in the first game. The atmosphere was absolutely incredible. The best out of all the European games in that qualification stage, and Rangers managed to absolutely pummel them, quite honestly. 3-1. Morelos got himself another goal, Tavernier got himself another penalty goal, and Koulibaly, the on-loan midfielder from Angers, managed to also get a goal in this one. Now that final goal that Koulibaly scored did us really well, because we went over to Maribor and they had a wee player, man, I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he was a Brazilian player, he's been there for years, and he was just really good, man. He was pulling the strings, he was creating stuff over in Maribor. With the game being 0-0, going into the last minute, they managed to get themselves a penalty. They were piling on the pressure, and if they'd scored this penalty, it would have gave them a lifeline to manage to score again, and they would have went through. But step up Alan McGregor. Alan McGregor makes sure that Rangers still haven't conceded away from home in 3 European games so far. Saves the penalty and Rangers go through 3-1 in aggregate. Alan McGregor, just a magnificent performance, a magnificent save, and a magnificent goalkeeper all round, and what an addition he's been to the Rangers squad this season. So it was up to the final game. Rangers played FC Ufa, a team from Russia, a team that actually luckily got themselves into this place, a team that also actually eliminated Progress Niederkorn in the last round. But you know, we had them at Ibrox and I thought we played them really well. We were again a wee bit conservative, but we got a goal. So it's like 2 hours until I leave to get the match. Need to get myself ready and get over to Ibrox Stadium. My prediction for the match is 4-0 to Rangers.
Successful team in football! Almost Scotland gallop through! We're simply holding on! We're following it and far! And you'll always see us rolling! Here we go! Come on! From the stands of Maribor!
The goal came through the Rolls Royce Goldson. Could do no wrong, this partnership at centre back. But this partnership was just about to be broke up, but we didn't know at the time. Goldson gets the goal.
Big Goldson, here we go! You're catching tactics!
And Rangers go over to Russia, having only to just hold on to a 0-0. Step up, Ovi Ajaya bangs one in. We're laughing all the way to the bank. We're laughing all the way to the Europa League group stages. But no, we're Rangers. We don't do it the easy way. 2 red cards later, from Alfredo Morelos for petulance and John Flanagan, we're staring down the barrel of a shotgun. I'm talking relentless crosses into the box. We were defending for our lives, but that performance that back 5 put in again was just absolutely tremendous. And they got us over that line and got us some really good finances for it as well. I just remember Goldson and Katic throwing themselves at absolutely everything in this match. We put an amazing defensive performance in, and this continued, I believe, throughout the group stage, barring 1 or maybe 2 games. And when those players were coming back from Russia from that performance, I thought, I need to be there. I need to go to that airport. So I phoned my mate and we headed straight there.
Here's my boy Halibut! Hi, boy!
What's the story, Ross McCrory?
So we go into the group stages, and it's the first time we've made a group stage in donkeys since we went down the league, in fact. And we get the draw. We get Villarreal, who were magnificent the season before. We get Rapid Vienna, and we get Spartak Moscow. So 3 good teams, quite honestly, in their own right. but 3 teams that were actually struggling domestically. And going into this, I gave myself a realistic expectation of finishing 3rd in the group. I wouldn't have been happy with 3rd in the group, but I thought, you know, away to these teams is going to be really difficult. If we can get the points at home, I think we can maybe get through. But I wasn't expecting us to play as well as we actually did play. Again, the Rangers fans done what the Rangers fans do, and they sold out Ibrox, and they also travelled over to all of those countries in massive numbers. And in the last matchup versus Rapid Vienna, we sent over 12,000 fans. It's estimated at that. The first game we go away to Villarreal, expecting a really difficult game. At the time they were struggling, they weren't playing good at all domestically, and we went there quite confident. I say confident, but we're hoping for something at the game at least. This is a massive game for Rangers. It's the first game we've had in Europe in so many years. We have been deprived of European football for so long now, and I'm just so happy that we're back. We had a devastating start to the game. Carlos Bacca, who's just a prolific goal scorer, quite honestly, bangs one in from miles away. What a goal, what a horror start for Rangers in the tournament. But the travelling fans, again, they were loud, they were proud, and they urged the players on. I actually had someone over there getting me some clips that I could show you guys. So, take it away, Rossi boy. We go into the second half and Villarreal are just absolutely battering us, quite honestly. But the manager makes the adjustments. We go up the other side and Scotty Arfield scores a goal. He's giving it this. But as teams like Villarreal do, they brought on Gerrard Morena, a player that last year banged in all sorts of goals for Villarreal in a very successful season, and the first thing he does is bang in a goal and you're just like, oh no, you bastards. But to be quite honest, this was a kind of defining night for Barisic and for young Glenn Middleton, who came on. Glenn Middleton played a delicious ball through to Barisic, and Barisic put it on a plate for Kyle Lafferty that was stepping in for the suspended Alfredo Morelos and slotted it in. It was 2 each, and going towards the end we had a couple of chances. We looked like the fitter team, and this is something that I've noticed that Gerrard has implemented into our team. He knows that we might not be able to match certain teams for skill, so what we are doing is we are going to be fitter than them, and we were fitter than Villarreal that night, and unfortunate only to get a point from the game. So as fans do, we're getting excited, we're looking forward to the next game, and bang, it comes. The atmosphere changed, I noticed. It was no longer like the Maribor game. There was no longer an absolute sense of pride and loudness. It kind of dimmed down a wee bit. There was some nerves, there was some animosity, there was some frustration in the air.
That's the building! Exactly, mate! Borrow's shouting for offside! He's shouting for offside, you need to play in the whistle!
When Vienna went front, it would have been very easy for the Rangers players to collapse, but this was the first sign of character that we had seen from a Steven Gerrard team. And we went up the other side of the park, and Alfredo Morelos got himself another goal. place goes wild, the atmosphere picks up, and it is just incredible. We go into the second half, we're passing left, we're passing right. Vienna don't know what to do, and again it came down to fitness. And as the time went on, the atmosphere picked up and it picked up and it picked up until we got a penalty. And I'll never forget the guy beside me going like that, well, Tavernier, he's been brilliant at penalties so far. And I kind of turned to him and was like that, thank God you've settled my nerves. And he goes, he's due to miss one. Just routed Rapid Vienna, a good team in their own right, and to be fair to their fans, they were incredible too. So we're sitting on 4 points now. We're sitting lovely, but all the other teams in the group seem to just been doing well against each other. It's a bit weird. And we go into the third match and we draw it 0-0. It was a very flat atmosphere, it was a very flat performance, it was a very tired performance from both sets.
You getting that? He's my striker, he's been there, I know. That was Portuguese, you know what I mean? Pure, beautiful. Telling you, man.
Before the match, there was a lot of people saying that Spartak Moscow were bringing a weakened team. Nah, they didn't. 9 of those 11 players that fielded on that night actually played away to Zenit in a 0-0 draw, so it was a hard team we were up against. But I just thought we were the better team. I thought if we could have just been a wee bit more adventurous, yes, we might have left ourselves leaky at the back, but I just thought that we could have got the 3 points in this game, but we didn't. We drew 0-0, and the next game was also against them, as it was a double header, as they do in European competitions. So we travel to Moscow, we're sitting on 5 points, we're top of the group. In Moscow, I've just sacked our manager. Rangers start great. We go ahead within like the first 5 minutes. It's an own goal, but Koulibaly puts on good pressure. We go ahead, and annoyingly, they manage to get an equaliser. And you're just thinking, right, hold on for a wee bit, get into half time, come back out in the second half and do them. Know the Rangers style. We go up the other side of the park. Candace with a delicious touch makes it 2-1 to Rangers. But what happens? Goldson kicks into his own net. We didn't rest in our laurels. We went up the other side. Glenn Middleton got himself a goal. Terrific from him. And then Alfredo Morelos scored to make it 4-2. But they gave it offside. And this kinda could have been a turning point within the game. Rangers going 3-2 ahead, and in a crazy, calamitous 5 minutes, Rangers end up 4-3 behind. This sucked the wind right out of our boys, and they just had more experience. They passed the ball about, and they done us basically. It meant that in the Villarreal game, or the Vienna game, we kinda needed to win one at least. So we go into the game versus Villarreal, and technically actually in the first 15 minutes, Villarreal were showing their class, they were showing how technically good they were, but from 15 minutes onwards until the 40th minute, Rangers were comfortable. We weren't creating much, but I thought we were very comfortable and we looked like we could potentially get a goal. There was a couple of very bad mistakes from our defence, including a Flanagan incident where he just passed it right to Akambi, and up steps the man, the myth, the legend, Alan McGregor with another heart-storm save. A star performer within this tournament, showing his class, a world-class save. But close to half-time, the referees and the officials strike again. Candace is wrongfully booked for the second time and he's sent off the park. I can't help but think if VAR was in charge here, then Rangers would have probably got 4 goals over at Moscow. Doesn't necessarily mean we would have won. In fact, Vienna wouldn't have actually even have scored at Ibrox because they had 2 offsides that I forgot to mention. And Candace wouldn't have been sent off. But going into the second half, the atmosphere in Ibrox just carried that team. We were the 11th man in this occasion. We were brilliant. The fans were singing, getting behind the players. We were the man of the match in this one. We had a couple of chances and could have maybe sneaked something, but the game finished 0-0, which meant going into the last one, whoever won the matches would actually progress to the round of 32, which takes us on to the match that just took place. I was actually supposed to be in attendance. I had everything sorted. We were going on the bus. We were leaving just Monday there. We'd be in Vienna. We had our dig sorted. Match tickets were promised and stuff, and then the bus was cancelled at the last minute. Like literally about 10 days ago the bus was cancelled, which just gave us no time to sort anything real out, and we really wanted to go to the game, which we actually thought we were doing. And obviously we went over there without Candace, who was wrongfully sent off versus Villarreal, and I thought in the first half we played them off the park. I thought we were the better team. I thought that Jack and McCrory were outstanding. Jack is a player I've been critical of, and he was my favourite player, and he still is one of my favourite players, quite honestly. But I just thought versus Aberdeen and Dundee, he was very, very poor. In this game, he controlled it, and I thought it was really, really good from Gerrard, the fact that he brought in McCrory. And McCrory's not played since Villarreal, he played a minute. Since that, he played St Johnstone at home, I think it was, and he was magnificent. He played centre mid, and then he moved out to right back, and he was brilliant. I think we could have easily drawn that game. Easily. We were compact, we were controlled, and we were decent going forward as well. But the manager had to make substitutions because we had to win the match, which left us that wee bit vulnerable at the back. We were dealt a sucker blow. They got the goal. They got the first goal. It was a poor kick out from Alan McGregor, who was flawless, I may add. Flawless in other games. Kept us in it, to be honest. The amount of saves he made consistently kept us even in contention in this last matchup to go through to the round of 32. But he made a mistake in this one. They well worked it through our defence and they get the goal. And there was no going back from that. Which brings me to my closing statements. We will learn from this. We came up against teams with vast experience over us, and I thought we equipped ourselves and showed ourselves that we belong at this level, that we can compete versus teams like this, that our players are actually on a level with teams like this and players like this, and on another day we could have got a result and went through to the round of 32, but it just wasn't to be. And the fans, the Rangers fans, should be proud of themselves. I think there's a lot more nights like Vienna trips to come, like the Villarreal, the Vienna game in particular, to come, and quite honestly, quite frankly, I'm looking forward to them.
All my weakness keep on linger.